let's just begin by taking a little bit of time to balance ourselves physically. And I invite you to draw your attention down through the midline from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And for a moment, just see and feel and imagine yourself as two parts down through the midline. And those two parts, the left and the right side, just get a sense of the midline that drops down through your crown all the way down. And then bringing your attention down to your feet, down to the soles of your feet. And if you're sitting, you can plant your feet firmly on the floor. And if you're lying, just visualize roots traveling out through the soles of your feet, down into the earth. Imagining lines of light traveling down through your feet, down into the earth. And those lines of light might twinkle, might tingle, might sparkle as they begin their downward journey down through the soil, through the plant kingdom, through the rocks, the stones, all the way down into the heart of the planet. Perhaps you can visualize your roots reaching out, stretching out within the planet. And for a moment, we can begin to look for each other's roots, to secure ourselves, to bring ourselves into community for the journey ahead, so that we support each other, we anchor each other into the earth plane. We're not drawing anything from each other, we're not giving anything to each other, we're simply holding our anchored community into the heart of the planet. And we offer the heart of the planet this connection, and we allow Mother Earth to do what she does best, to support us, to hold us, connect us in at a deep, deep level. And while you're there, listen for the song of the deepest core. Listen to the heartbeat of the Great Mother. Listen to all of her beautiful melodies, where she's cared for everything that's ever been, where she does what she does best, taking all of everything we give her, simply transforming it, composting it, and listen to her heartbeat. And as you listen to her heartbeat, find a rhythm of breathing at the same heartbeat as the Great Mother. And the rhythm is we're breathing slowly in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue that pattern, feeling the resonance as you align your breathing to the heartbeat of the planet. And at the same time as all of your focus being deeply within, you can also notice the lower parts of your own lungs, simply breathing. Simultaneously, bring your attention outside of all of this now and see the whole of the planet breathing in and out. All organic matter breathing in and out, swelling and falling. And all the way back, down, down, down into the heart of the planet, where we're all connected, all safe, secure, anchored and supported by the Great Mother. We can turn our attention upwardly, back up through those roots, those lines of light coming up through the soles, all the way up into the body, bringing alignment and balance to your ankles, making sure that your knees are soft, symmetrical, bringing your attention up into your hips, making sure that as you tilt your pelvis forward, you notice how it feels. As you tilt your pelvis backwards, you feel the subtle change, lifting your right pelvic bone and then lowering it as you lift your left pelvic crest, lowering it to slowly circle your pelvis, finding the still point where all is balanced inside. All the way up through that midline to your shoulders, slowly curving your shoulders forwards, rotating them very gently backwards, lifting your right shoulder and lowering it as you lift your left shoulder, and then finding the balanced alignment across your shoulders, up through the neck, up to your crown of your head, imagining a string lifting the crown of your head. And then opening up that space from the crown, the space that connects you through a beam of platinum light all the way up to the cosmos. That beam of light that carries the lines of light upwards, up beyond everything, up into the universe and beyond. And for a moment, just pause and feel that you're stretching your own lines of light between the cosmos and the heart of the planet. And without trying to change anything, just get a perspective of this position. And as you gaze upwardly, as you gaze up into the heavens above. I invite you to take a view of that bright, shiny full moon, the silver, watery element, and just take a moment to see her shining full. And if you could just reach out and hold her energy in your hands, how soft and gentle and flowing all this feminine energy, the goddess moon, the divine feminine. And through the palms of your hands, you could allow this flow to flow wherever it needs to go. Perhaps needing somehow to reset, rebalance the masculine and the feminine within all of us. Perhaps when you think back down through the midline and you realize the strength and the fire of the right side, the right masculine, strong sun energy, balancing now with the left side, the smooth flowing moon, the soft feminine energy. And I don't know how you notice the exact balancing that's required. Perhaps one side feels fuller or heavier or lighter. Just taking your own measurement of these two sides. And as you allow that moon energy to flow through you, allow platinum drops of moon energy to drop down into that basin of your pelvis. That basin in your pelvis that we call our lake of tranquility, as that whole area in perfect balance begins to receive moonlight, moon energy. That lake that's so still within, filling the whole of your pelvic area. So still, reflecting all the majesty of the moon shining brightly above, receiving little drops of platinum energy coming down, just cascading, skating across the mirror-like surface. And all inside is still. And in this mirrored stillness, you see all the perfection of nature. All that perfection of nature within. And as you invoke more of this moon energy to come into this space within you, today, tonight, in this space, this time, I wonder how it feels when you dip your toe in and maybe begin to journey more inwardly. Maybe even bathing in the still, peaceful lake of tranquility within. And for a moment, allow yourself to be so still, bathing, weightless, supported, and glistening in the moonlight, seeing the shadows, feeling the cool, damp, refreshing water. The water element, the cleansing, clearing element. And as you're simply bathing in this space, far away on the shore, you notice a powerful totem, an animal that comes forward, and she is a jaguar, big cat. She is the representation of the West, the winds of the West that blow in more of the water element, that help to cleanse and clear. And she sees you and you see her, and as you look into those eyes, you realize that this creature is fearless, goes beyond the dark, beyond the shadows. She eats the emotions that you don't need, you don't want. She powers them away. She is cleansing. She is showing you a way. As you continue to bathe and cleanse in this glistening moonlight water, she turns away and heads into the darkest recesses of that space within. And she is fearless and continues her journey. And you watch with such interest, so much learning to move beyond the shadows, beyond the dark. And you realize all at once that she has no fear. She simply moves beyond as she continues to move through the emotions that no longer serve her. There's something interesting that's relevant to you now. When you continue to twist and turn, supported by the water, and maybe even deep dive, maybe even flow downwardly underwater, feeling the resistance as you choose to dive more deeply. And that resistance that lets you know you have to decide, you have to work. And you might not know yet what's down in the depths, but taking your lead from the jaguar, you can begin to see beyond the darkness and fearlessness, knowing you're fully supported. And as you deep dive, feeling the freedom, you begin to twist and twirl and see new colours appearing, new shapes forming. Some make sense and others not at all. And keep twisting and turning. And as you surface now for the clearest, most cleanest air that refreshes and nurtures, you see a different power animal appearing on the shore. And this animal that comes forward for you now is the mighty serpent, the snake Sachamama. the one who shows us how to move through life with beauty, the one who shows us how to shed our skins as she said sheds hers. And you notice that she's left a trail behind her, a trail of skin that's been shed. And she never looked back. She just felt the friction and carried on anyway. She moved beyond the tight skin and all at once became renewed, travelling through her world using all senses and senses only, showing us the beauty way. And then you turn over onto your back and float, looking upwards, up through the portal that is the crown of your head. That portal to something very special. And all the way up through the crown of your head, you see the silver moon shining, twinkling. Maybe there are some stars. And just allow yourself to bathe, floating, looking up through that great portal into the invisible worlds. And you feel a resonance, something deep inside you that begins to blow upwardly up through that portal. You blow the wishes for something important now, and you blow them up through the portal, up to the moon. Maybe it's a feeling that you are ready to remove. Maybe it's a wish for something to receive. And as you begin to notice the trail that leaves your breath, travelling up through that portal, you might wonder how you'll know when whatever it is you send upwardly begins to reveal itself deep within you. And as you turn your eyes to the right side, you notice a beautiful hummingbird flying, hovering with wings that beat so fast, the most iridescent colours and the most perfectly pointed beak. The beak through which he picks perfectly the most beautiful nectar from the most beautiful plants, with such precision, such clarity, that he can stay still while moving. And you might wonder, how can you move and stay still while you move? And the stillness within and without helps you to focus with clarity on precisely which flowers to feed from, which restore you, nurture you, nourish you. And there are wisps of air that draft around the hummingbird, as he takes his wisdom from two places. He takes his wisdom from all of the ancestors, and he takes his wisdom from all of the great-great-great-great-grandchildren. And he draws those wisdoms inwardly with precision, and he feeds precisely from the beautiful nectar of these wisdoms. And then you turn your attention to the left side, and there, flying across all of the space that you can see, is a giant eagle condor. Huge wingspan, and it flies upwardly through the portal, up into the air above, flying wing to wing with great spirit, having the ability to rise above it all now, to see the great mountains and lands ahead, all of the adventures awaiting, and at the same time to gaze down at you in your place of stillness deep within, to see with precision the tiniest detail of the smile on your face. And then as you roll over onto your belly and feel your face submerged in the watery element, twist and twirl, deep dive and surface, and bring yourself slowly, easily gliding through the water until you can feel safety beneath your feet, and you begin to tread upon the soil and take a moment to sit on that bank, the bank of the lake of tranquility, and the tiny little ripples that still move as you are moving begin to still themselves, and all becomes glass-like, reflecting absolute perfection of all the nature within. And feel the essence, the energy of the 4 power animals, the 4 energies, the 4 winds that graced you with their presence. And when you recall them, you feel the resonance deep within your own energy systems, deep within your own chakras. You feel the resonance of the great serpent in your root chakra in the tailbone, the place of absolute safety, belly to the earth, connected fully, and yet with safe confidence, shedding your skin when the time is now. And that space in your own energy center, the area in your pelvis, the chakra, the second chakra, your sacral. And this is the energy center of that big cat, big jaguar, who's always there waiting to help you to see beyond fear, and to bring absolute impeccability into your connections and actions. And when you feel any sense of danger, you allow that big cat to be calmed, stroking, calming, deep breathing, bringing all into harmony. And then moving up through your own chakra system up into the solar plexus, the place of hummingbird. And in this moment, perhaps there's something so precise that hummingbird can remove for you, from you. Perhaps something is now ready to be pierced and removed, returned to the earth to be composted by the Great Mother. And then as you rise up into your heart chakra, and you feel the expanse of your own eagle condor within, your arms spreading wide with a giant wingspan that allows you to soar, to begin to rise above that, to fly wing to wing with Great Spirit and hear the whispers of the invisible worlds guiding you into the future. And your heart opens as you receive all of the necessary information, the energy, the wisdom from these invisible worlds as you rise up. Now, moving on up through your own energy, through your own chakras, into the voice, your throat, and hear your voice, your inner voice of absolute certainty, the strength that travels across the vocal cords. When you hear the resounding support from the Great Mother Earth that comes up through you, your truth, your soul truth, your impeccable, beautiful, perfect truth, coming from the heart space of absolute compassion and kindness. But hear your inner voice, strong and powerful, ready now to express something important. And then up further through your own energy system, up into the space in your forehead, the third eye, that part of you that can see into the invisible worlds, see beyond the glamours of what we take for granted in our everyday life. That part of you that can see the light shining in others. And just allow that glow that begins to resonate with all of the other energy centers as they rise up within. And up through the crown of your head once more as you feel this vortex emerging, the one that connects you upwards and upwards and upwards, Allow yourself now to connect this channel of light up to the moon, to feel all of the water element of tonight's meditation, honoring the full moon, the flow from above down below to the heart of the planet, and from the heart of Gaia up through to be received by the moon. And you are a conduit for this watery element to flow and cleanse and clear and balance. You are in balance as you feel exactly now. And just for a moment, imagine that you're even sat above the moon, looking upwards to the great celestial sky above, that place of all the mysteries, of everything that's ever been, everything that ever will be. And you glance around at the trillions of glistening, twinkling stars, the colourful gases, nebulas, all of those wonderful places, new adventures to discover soon. And you notice that the wish you made has gone beyond the moon, has travelled further. The things that you let go of are already dispersed and become all at one with the pure potentiality of the endless. Everything returns to light. Your wishes return to light, to be manifest into something strong and powerful. And what needed to be released has been released and returned to light. And you notice, as this conduit between the heavens and the earth, you can release downwardly to the heart of Gaia, and you can release upwardly to the heart of the celestial places. And all is returned to nature. And as you begin now to bring your energy back into your own body, you bring your energy down through the crown of your head, up through the soles of your feet. You pull it down, you pull it up, you draw it inwardly. It's your energy. It's your power, the power within that you bring back inside the physical body, inside your skin where it tingles and tickles, as it reforms in a new way deep inside. And you begin to close the crown of your head and draw the roots from each other deep within the heart of the planet. And we say thank you for holding us still and safe, anchored into the earth plane. And we begin to unfold, uncurl those lines of light deep within the planet. Bring them back up through the soul, back up into the skin. and your whole body together. Everything within still, calm, renewed, refreshed, revitalized. Everything. Now, as you focus your new attention into your fingers and toes, notice how your breathing pattern is precisely now. And as you begin to bring yourself into the state of waking consciousness that's going to be useful for you before you have a restful sleep, a healing dream.